Hello, Jacob, is that you? Hello? Julia?
Hey,
Jacob?
we're here. We're here, Brian. Can you hear me?
Good. And I made it. I'm okay. Robert with us?
Not yet. I don't think so. We still have 7 minutes though, so he's got some time to join on.
Oh, okay. I'll go back to my. We're not online now, are we?
We are.
We are.
But
okay. Well, the only reason I asked that was that. Excuse me. I just wanted to discuss the meeting that we had this afternoon, Jacob, you and I and Robert, about the union negotiations. We can talk about that some other time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna put this phone back on mute then, and get ready for the meeting.
Got it.
Hi, Carson. Looks pretty empty up there. Hi, John, Jacob.
Hey, you got the internet to work.
Hey, Robert.
Yes.
It's me, Brian.
Yes.
Just checking in.
Okay. Well, I'm at home and you're at home.
Yes. Yep.
Looks pretty empty in there.
Well, it is. But that is for everybody's health and safety, so.
Give me just a moment, I need to grab a pen.
Yeah, Julia will be right back. She's just getting a pen.
Jacob, anybody else on with us that we're aware of?
Nobody else is on with us on Zoom.
Okay. Excuse me. Getting nasty out there tonight.
Is it?
But, you know, the temperature dropped, the wind a little bit. Crazy.
Somebody just told me that Christmas Day it's supposed to be bad, with rain and sleet turning really cold, something like that.
Yeah, some winds, gusts of winds, but warm, and then I heard, Robert, maybe up to 2 to 3 inches of rain.
Ugh.
Not good for you ski instructors.
No, not at all.
It's 7:01 if we want to get started.
Yeah, do you guys want to call this thing to order?
Yeah, sure. Well, okay, Robert, I'll go.
Go ahead.
All right, here we go. We'll call this meeting to order. The meeting December 22nd, 2020, Board of Supervisors at exactly 7:02 p.m. We will do a pledge of allegiance to through our own silence, I believe, and continue from there. Just a few minutes to just take the time to do the pledge silently. Okay. On the agenda tonight, the minutes from the December 9th, 2020 work session as presented. Had a chance to take a look at them, and they look fine to me.
All right.
I'll move that
I'll
we
make a
approve them.
motion to approve them.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Public comments on this evening's agenda. There, of course, public is invited to comment. We prefer that they do it at the when we address the agenda item as we go through the agenda itself. But comments are certainly welcome and received at any time. No public hearings this evening and plans to action on the same. None. Under new business, motion to adopt resolution 458. And that would be the 2021 financial year annual budget. Motion to adopt resolution number 459, 2021 fiscal year taxation. Motion to adopt resolution number 460, 2020 budget revisions. I'd make a motion to that we approve all three of these, A, B, and C of these resolutions, 458, 459, and 460.
I'll second that.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion to...
I'll just add that I just wanted to add that we should be proud of the budget without a tax increase, and that we made substantial investments in infrastructure in our parks.
Amen. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you very much. It's things like that sometimes go unnoticed, but yeah, we did a darn good job. We had a great year, certainly fiscally sound, and we did a lot of good things. And again, working together was made it well worthwhile. So, No, where are we at here now? General, we have to reimburse the general fund. No, we have to reimburse the state fund for a total of $3,801.28 to put back into that fund, the road fund, if you will, liquid fuels tax fund, monies that we had initially taken out to pay for the tires expenses for the Marshalls Creek Fire Company in that amount. And we had decided at an earlier meeting that we would do that, and we did do it, and saving them a decent amount of money. So I'll make that motion that we do approve putting these funds, that particular money's $3,801.28 back into the state fund.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion to ratify a check in the amount of $100 to open a new account at ASSA Bank for our DCNR Wellness Park 2 grant. And again, that's just a matter of doing business with them, so that we went back for that grant, and it would cost us through DCED, actually, not through anybody else or a consulting firm. So it's for $100.
Isn't that a DCNR grant? Which one is
Not
it?
DCNR. That's part of the wellness park thing that we had to open up that account for $100. Another account, Robert.
Yeah, I keep getting confused. The fishing pier was DCED, but the next one, which I think this one is, for the
DCNR.
riparian buffer and everything, is DCNR. Yep.
Right. Yep. And again, to have that functionable, we had to pay $100, and that was $100 cost to us to proceed with that grant.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion to ratify ordering 2 handmade Christmas wreaths from the for the municipal center at a cost not to exceed $100. In actuality, that cost is reflected in the bills to be paid for, I believe, $80.
Right.
Okay. Do we have a motion then to ratify that expense?
So moved.
I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Then another motion to ratify bills that we did pay on December 16th from the general fund in the amount of $75,414.98, and the highway fund $1,177. No. Okay, yeah, $1,177 for a total of $76,592.45.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Now we have 2 proposals. Each year, of course, we look to see who's going to do our audits, our financial fiscal audits for the year past. So we're looking for somebody to hire to do the audit of our 2020 fiscal budget, and we have a submittal from Kirk Suman Company, the company that we use now, and also Riley and Company. We've had a chance to take a look at them. I don't know that we have to make a decision tonight. We could certainly take a look at it, or it could be most likely maybe done at the reorg meeting. But you've had a chance to take a look at them, Robert, Jacob?
Yeah.
My feeling is we should save these, H, I, and J for the reorg meetings, because we have all these proposals, and they are usually done at the reorg meetings.
Amen. And for the first time,
I feel
actually,
we should
though.
table them.
Yep. Okay, then you want to make that motion, Jacob, please.
Yeah, I move that we table H, I, and J.
I'll second.
Okay. Okay. Motion seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Then discuss the Corcoran Haggerty's Association proposal to work for us as consultants on financial matters on an as-needed basis at a rate of $105 an hour.
Well, yeah, my motion there included H, I, and J, so.
Oh, you put J in there? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
And then a motion to approve advertising the public bid notice for the purchase of an asphalt paver. It's included in our handout. And this was put together by Ed McCormick, our roadmaster, and Lois Turr working together, and it looks fine to me. Julia, did you help them out with that?
Yes.
And you're okay with it? The ad itself? Because I see you go on to recommend that if we do this, then the time frame would be to advertise it, accept bids, award bids. Is that correct?
Yes, we would advertise for the 4th and the 11th, open the bids, I believe, on the 21st, and then accept it at the 27th meeting, if all goes according to plan, of course.
Got it. Okay.
I saw this, but
we need a motion to approve going out for bids.
Brian,
Yes, sir.
I thought Ed had already located a used paver that he wanted to buy.
He did. He actually, once we said we would do it at the cost not to exceed, I think, $45,000 or maybe $50,000. He said, "Okay, now I'll go and look." And what happened was he realized, and we talked about it, Robert, very simply, is because it's above the threshold for the bidding requirements, we have to go out to bids, and we have to go out for formal bids for it.
All right.
So Julia, working with Ed and Lois, put together the bid proposal, and it's thorough enough, and so that we're covered and we're doing everything properly.
Okay. So do we have a motion? I can't remember. Did someone make a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion now. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. And now we have a situation here that I think was rectified. And again, I want to thank you again, everyone involved, but Julia, for the work you've done with it, our solicitor, Ron Karasak, and we've got everything in order for the conditional use approval for the St. Paul's Lutheran Church of Smithfield agreement with Attorney Ron Karasak's addendum added. I'm sorry.
Really quick, I didn't catch any of the vote for the asphalt paver.
Yeah, we didn't vote.
I'm sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you, Julia. And then motion now to conditionally approve the situation with the St. Paul's Lutheran Church of Smithfield, agreement with Smithfield and attorney to include Attorney Ronald Karasak's addendum, which was added. And again, Julia, you made sure that was in there. Ron got back to us this afternoon and said that he looked at it and he's fine with it, no problems.
But before you guys do anything else, I'm just going to, recuse myself due to my relationship. My mother's the council president there, so I'm going to abstain from discussion and voting on this matter.
Thank you, Jacob. And I did notice that when I looked at the forms to be signed, and I left one in front of you, I believe, there at the office to be signed and notarized. So I'll get over there tomorrow and do that and get that signed and notarized. And I did, as I say, when I saw the form, and I'll be a signator. And I noticed that there was a Mrs. Pride who's also going to be involved. So I understand your conflict, and thank you for expressing it.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right. So I'll make a motion that we would proceed with that.
I'll second.
And conditionally approve it. And we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And let the record show that Mr. Pride has accused himself. Okay. Those to be paid. I see, Jacob, you've taken a look at them and you signed off on them. I took a brief look at them. They're not many, but let's go over them. And only in that we have the general fund, $27,094.21. Highway fund, $4,932.95, for a total of $32,027.16. I'll motion that we pay the bills.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right. Anything else that we want to get into? Are there any comments, any public input this evening?
I noticed John is there. Do we have some item that includes him or his expertise?
Well, John is with us. What happened was he had when we were going back and forth, especially on the St. Paul's Lutheran Church matter. I just wanted to make sure that, in fact, because he's an integral part of laying out how it should be done, and he and Ron worked together to put that addendum on together. So I knew that Ron would not be here this evening, so I thought that if John was here, he could participate with us.
Great. Okay.
I think there was one other thing, something that, because I remember we had got the email about the Eastern Monroe Public Library Board, Middle Smithfield's candidate. I believe that we did not have the chance to actually vote on recommending that. I don't know if it's too late, but we should probably formally do so, correct?
I think so, sure, Jacob, if we didn't have it on the list.
Do we remember the name? Or do
No.
we say blank?
Julia.
Whatever it is, we have no objections and we approve, correct?
Yeah.
His name is Danny Younger.
Okay, Danny Younger.
I move that we recommend Danny Younger for Eastern Monroe Public Library Board.
Okay. Are you making a motion? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I made a motion.
Okay. I'll second that.
And okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right. All right. I don't know if that's after the fact or not, but it really doesn't matter. And he's a gentleman that he comes well qualified. He'll support the Smithfields in the best way possible. I'll be very comfortable with
I've also heard that he knows how to read, which is a major plus for someone who's on the library board.
Well, as they all can, right? And that is, I don't know if there's anything else. I was going to mention one thing, and I don't know if I'm straying here, but a while back we talked about maybe looking for monies and solutions to our Green Mountain Bridge. Robert, you've been involved with it, yep. Jacob. Then I ran across a newspaper article, Luzerne County, about a very small community that went out and they applied for 2 different multimodal grants. One was the PennDOT one, and one was the Bureau of Economic Development or something. I sent an email out with those with the proper titles for that second one. Then I sent a message over to Bashir James and John Tresser. I said, would you be able to, in helping us apply for both of these grants? He said, definitely we would be. In fact, we obtained 2 multimodal grants for Pocono Township. So I said I asked John to give us a kind of a guesstimate on what it would cost to put together that particular the work to do these submit a proposal and an application. And he said he would get back to us, but as right now we don't have that, so I don't know that we want to go ahead. I'm sorry?
We'll get that for you, Brian. Missy is the one who was able to do that for us in the past, and I've got to email Missy, and it's sort of hit and miss, as you may suspect, but I will catch up with her probably over the holidays, and we'll certainly get you that number.
Okay, and as you said, and the situation is we're going into the new year, so it's not something that's going to run out at the end of this year. We'll have ample time to do it.
Okay, let me ask the nature of these grants. What sort of match would they require?
I can't remember because I've done so many grants recently.
Sure.
I think it might be about 15%.
Oh, that's not bad. I mean, we have $200,000 budgeted, for it for next year.
Yeah. And if we could get the grant, and in the case, and I think it was a small community in Luzerne County, Edwardsville, and they received, I think, $250,000 on just the one multimodal, and then they got additional monies on the other one, and I'm not going to come up with that name properly. Department of Finance, I think, multimodal through the Department of Finance, as opposed to the multimodal that comes through the PennDOT grant, and they paid for the whole darn thing with very little money out of pocket. So I think it behooves us to at least have Shane James and John and Missy take a look at it and see what they can do, and hopefully.
We also got one for Delaware Township and Pike County as well, and that was just for some culvert replacement and paving a long stretch of road. So if you do your grants right, and there's not a lot of competition, and then sometimes there's not, you have a high success rate.
I would just caution you this year. From this is from what I heard from Jim DePietris, who had appealed to both Rosemary Brown and Mario Scavella for this kind of funding. I'm not sure which grants, but the word was the state is broke. We don't have any money. So I don't know how much these grants, especially multimodal, are going to get cut back in the next year. But
that's a good point. Put that in the same category as our Green Light Go.
Yeah,
you're right.
But as long as we're still proceeding with our push towards eminent domain, at least we're moving on all fronts towards getting this bridge situation resolved.
Yes, we are. Amen. I do know that Smithfield Gateway has received 2 multimodal grants. I hope to goodness that because they haven't really started, they don't do the same thing to them that they did to us on our Green Light Go, Robert. You know,
I think they're all right. As far as I know, they're all right on what they've already received. They were going back to the well for, another helping. That was the problem.
Yeah. Well, let's see what John comes up with, and if it's we can work with it and we can help out, and maybe ask Julia to give us a hand with it also, and work with John and us and see what we can do. And if we can do it cheaply, fairly cheaply, and present 2 good applications, we got nothing to lose.
Yeah. If Julia can help us, that'll certainly save us doing the administrative portion of it, and we'll just do the technical portion for you. So I'll be back to you early next year on that.
Okay, early next year. My goodness. Okay, all right. Anything else?
No,
Merry
I
Christmas,
don't have it.
everybody.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. My God, so quickly. Merry Christmas, Merry and healthy Christmas and New Year to everybody. I mean, I sincerely mean that. It's been a hell of a year. Jacob, you hit it on at the beginning of this meeting. I think that Smithfield Township has done a darn good job. We're in good, stable condition, and we're going to do good and better things as we go forward. And it's let me just say that we got a good board, and I think we got a lot of good things in it. New addition, Julia, we appreciate your work, and it's certainly been a big help to me, and I'm sure Robert and Jacob feel the same way.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Amen. Well, do we have a motion to get out of here? Well, no, we don't have to, Robert. You and I are out of there now.
Yeah. I tell you, this works pretty well. I like this.
No, don't get used to it. This is my claim.
I'll move that we adjourn tonight's meeting.
Okay, I'll second the motion. All in favor? It's second.
Aye.
Okay, Jacob, Robert, Julia, John, thank you so very much. And if I don't see any of you guys before